Hi, friends. This is your friendly neighborhood spiritual counselor and cosmic heart, Linda. As always, we will start our cosmic heart session with a prayer. So, placing our hands on our heart, taking that nice deep breath with our eyes closed, if it is safe and comfortable for you to do. We're so grateful to let go of anything that came before this moment and to set aside anything that is to come after this session today, knowing that we will easily and effortlessly be able to pick it up if it is ours to do. We are grateful and thankful to be the two or more who are gathered in the name and the nature of love. Grateful and thankful for our willingness to know the truth of our identity, which is unconditional love, perfect innocence, peace, joy, beauty, wisdom, clarity. Grateful for our mighty companions, our earthly and heavenly helpers. We ask that they join us now, surrounding and supporting us, blessing all who are here, all who may listen later, inspiring us during this session today as we sit for just a moment in silence to set our intention for this session. And with our intention set, we are so very grateful to be able to receive with our open hearts and open minds the all good. We are claiming it right here and right now. And we're grateful to share the benefits of all that we receive and all that we are with Mother Earth and all her beings because we are one. In grace and gratitude, we let it be, and so it is. Amen. So, as have been the last few sessions. This has been inspired by a question that someone asked me as I am going through this grief journey. Um, so I'm trusting that you are here today because there is something in this message that will be helpful for you, even if it is difficult to hear. And know that it is coming from a place of love and only love. And I apologize for the bad lighting today. It's very overcast and rainy. Um, so the topic I got is the power of I don't know. And it came from a friend of mine who asked me, "How are you doing?" And normally I would just say, "Oh, I'm doing fine." And I think that's probably what a lot of people would say. Um, and that's probably what a lot of people would expect the answer to be. And um, and honestly, on days or in moments that I don't feel like I have a lot of bandwidth for a deeper, longer conversation, I might still say I'm just doing fine. But in this moment, when this person asked me, and I knew she would receive it in a positive light, I said, I don't know. Because how am I doing? Physically, I'm okay. Um, mentally, I'm mostly okay. There are still moments when my mind goes into ruminating and sadness, which is expected when you are dealing with a loss, um, or the transition of a loved one. And spiritually, I'm doing great because I'm feeling guided. And while there are a lot of questions about what seems to be happening in this physical realm in my life, um, with my financial life, my financial future, with my dealing with insurance issues, dealing with legal issues, medical debt issues. Like there's a lot still going on, but I'm sitting in a space of trust that I believe is a culmination of the number of years that I have been studying and practicing A Course in Miracles and other spiritual and wisdom teachings, and how I have just really dedicated my life over the past dozen plus years to learning how to really be a loving presence for myself first and foremost, but it's allowing myself to love myself that deeply that allows me to be a more authentic, loving presence for those around me and the world at large. So again, it's a lot has to do with the practice that works, and being accepting of people that are asking questions like how are you doing, which can feel very generic, um, not expecting people to be able to even Google, like, what is a better thing to say to somebody who has experienced a loss on this scale than how are you doing? And by the way, I did ask Google. Google said, what has today been like? What has this week been like for you? How what feels special or meaningful about your relationship with your deceased loved one's name, and saying their name out loud is helpful. How are things with your family and friends? What has been bringing you comfort lately? I'm here for you no matter what. I'm thinking of you. Is there anything I can do to help? Even that one kind of feels a little sticky because I know in the very beginning, and even now, sometimes I don't even know what I need help with. So asking somebody, what can I help you with, can feel like a burden. That's why I'm so grateful that I have family and friends that are like, just took over, um, and did what they saw they could do without even asking me what I needed. So you don't want to say things that would minimize their loss. And you don't really want to offer unsolicited advice. That is like a huge thing in the spiritual community that I belong to. We do not offer unsolicited advice. And to me, even having somebody express to me what they believe grief should look like feels like unsolicited advice. Though I'm at a point where, my personality, the part of me that's like the goth chick that gets very snarky, could be like rolling her eyes and saying, that's not it at all. But I can accept the intention with which these words are shared and know that they were expressed to me with the intention of being loving. But I am going to read one of the lessons that has been in A Course in Miracles. They have 365 daily lessons. And one of the lessons that has been super helpful for me during this time, which also speaks to this, the power of I don't know, is lesson 25. I do not know what anything is for. Purpose is meaning. Today's idea explains why nothing you see means anything. You do not know what it is for. Therefore, it is meaningless to you. Everything is for your own best interests. Everything, no exceptions. Just putting that out there. That's not what it says here. This is what it is for. That is its purpose. That is what it means. It is in recognizing this that your goals become unified. It is in recognizing this that what you see is given meaning. You perceive the world and everything in it as meaningful in terms of ego goals. These goals have nothing to do with your own best interest because the ego is not you. This false identification makes you incapable of understanding what anything is for. As a result, you are bound to misuse it. When you believe this, you will try to withdraw the goals you have assigned to the world instead of attempting to reinforce them. Another way of describing the goals you now perceive is to say that they are all concerned with personal interests. Since you have no personal interests, your goals are really concerned with nothing, and cherishing them. Therefore, you have no goals at all, and thus you do not know what anything is for. Before you can make any sense out of the exercises for today, one more thought is necessary. At the most superficial levels, you do recognize purpose, yet purpose cannot be understood at these levels. For example, you do understand that a telephone is for the purpose of talking to someone who is not physically in your immediate vicinity. What you do not understand is what you want to reach him for. And it is this that makes your contact with him meaningful or not. It is crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals you have established for everything. The recognition that they are meaningless rather than good or bad is the only way to accomplish this. The idea for today is a step in this direction. And then it goes on to tell you how to do the lesson for the day. So what that tells me and what I have come to understand that lesson is telling me, along with the other, some of the other lessons in the course, is that all of the meaning that I have given any specific thing is based on my experiences from the past or my projections of the future. And so I don't know. I am not omniscient. I cannot see through all directions of time and space. And so if somebody asks you how you're doing, like I said, if you don't have the bandwidth for the longer conversation, just say I'm fine and move on. But if you do, and you would like to have a deeper conversation, say, I don't know. It could be a deeper opening. So if you found this video helpful and you would like to go deeper, you can work with me one-on-one. Leave a comment down below. Counseling sessions are 45 minutes to 60 minutes long and cost $100. I can share more details when you reach out in the comments for your appointment. Please share this video with family and friends who you feel it may support. I would love to hear your feedback or suggestions for future topics. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for all so that you receive notifications when new videos are available. I thank you again so much for your time and attention today. Much love, and stay true to your own cosmic heart. Bye for now.